Hi, my name is Basil Hanna. I'm retired engineer, so I'm neither a professor or a doctor or any of these high-ranking people. I'd like to give my opinion about COVID-19 and uh, the mess we are in. Um, this is my opinion, and if you like it, if you don't like it, it's up to you. Now, the problem is if we have um, our house, the doors and windows are not locked properly, we're gonna have somebody getting into our property, unwanted person. He comes in, does a damage, and he goes out. It's the same like COVID. Is if he gets into the body, then we've got a problem. So what we need to do is to avoid getting into the body first place. That's what we're not actually concentrating on. We're concentrating on afterward uh, the virus got into the body. Now the problem is what we got. We got visors, which people use in the hospitals, and I don't know why, but because they expect the patient maybe to sneeze on a doctor or something like that. But these patients should not sneeze. They should have something on their mouth. It's like a mask or something. But anyway, the visors could cause a problem because the virus is everywhere, and you could get in and gets into the eye. I don't know how it gets into the eye, but the eye causes a problem. That actually get into the body from the eye. But anyway, what we need to do is the eye should be protected by goggles only. That is sealed. That's the eye sorted. Now we've got the mouth and the nose. These are the most important thing, which is transmit and receive. Uh, uh, and you know, and uh, uh, the problem is we need to prevent the virus going out and coming in into the mouth, into the nose, but anyway, the what we've got these masks everywhere. Are these masks being tested? I don't think so. Nobody tested these masks. Everybody seems to be wearing them. Some of these masks probably they are more dangerous than, because they could be saturated and somebody put his hand there and touches everything, and but anyway, these masks, as far as me is concerned, they are useless. They are no good. We need to find a filter which prevent um, um, this virus not to go in, not to go out. And to be quite honest, the best thing I think is to have a towel. The towel or microfiber cloth, they both retain humidity. And if you put two towels one on top of each other, that's far better than what's existing masks about. Um, and microfiber maybe is not available, but I think the towel is the best. Anyway, there is the ideas of having uh, uh, handkerchief, cotton handkerchief, which they are good. You need cotton stuff to retain this humidity. Now let's get down to the hospitals. What's happening in the hospitals? We got people going in for something else, and then what they're getting, they're catching the virus. How this getting from one ward to another is either by the workers over there, the staff, or is getting through the air. Now we need to get rid of the air, the outside the hospital, outside the ward. You shouldn't be around. So here is some ideas, 3 ideas I have, is to have a ventilation that cut the glass into the ward and put a fan, sucks the air out, chuck it out. This is one way of doing it. Let the air stream itself out. The other method, I think, is to use dehumidifier. Now dehumidifier, what it does is got a big filter and it's got a heater as well. So what you got, and also you got the container which collects the water. That water, you should put some soap on it, So when the water get collected from, was got a virus, the filter has got a virus, and it all goes down the filter, down the container. So it kills the virus while it's actually going there. And then you empty it and you put some more soap in there and you put the, you know. But I think the dehumidifier, by being putting it that high, so the patient doesn't, you know, any patient breathing, so it doesn't actually, uh, you know, it circulates in there, so it actually picks up all the virus. The other third thing is, I don't know what they use for the ventilation, for the patient ventilation. I suggest, I mean, I've got this one-way valve. I assume the ventilation stuff, they use the mask, but what you need to do is to have one-way valve that when the patient breathe out, having a pipe in the back, that going out like a chimney, going out, you breathe out the virus, and then you can suck air from inside and then take that virus out. Now, the other thing is the care home. I've been to care home. The windows don't open much like that. I mean, just a little bit. So if there's a virus around, the virus is still gonna hang around somewhere. You need a ventilation. You need to suck that virus. But the problem is with the older people, they need to get warm. They need to be warm, and that's something need to. Maybe dehumidifiers maybe might solve some of the problems. I don't know. Anyway, but I have actually designed this tool here. This thing here is sealed, the mouth and the nose. You put that in there, and that you can't breathe unless you actually pass through this special filter I put here. This filter here contains 3 types. You got microfiber cloth, and you got a ventilation in the kitchen, like a kitchen ventilation, extractor fan, one, and it's got this thing, which is a carbon saturated filter. I got that 2 years ago from China, but it's according to the idea is this actually the virus actually sticks on it. So I don't know. The government have to go and talk to the filter people and ask them to test these kind of stuff. We need a filter. We need a proper filter so that actually the virus doesn't go out and we don't want the virus comes in. If we can have that filter sorted, then you can walk in the street. Now there's another problem. People walking in the street, somebody's walking like that. He's breathing, he's got a virus but no symptom. So he's walking in the street, he keeps pumping out this virus. So somebody behind him walking there, he's gonna get these chunks of air. Or somebody coming this way, he will be exposed to the person. Now to test that, simply that person, if you go there with a air freshener and you spray it like that, and people can't walk behind. If they smell it, if they are smelling that air freshener, then I'm afraid this is the problem. This is where you're picking up that virus. But anyway, that's what I like to say. And there is other things I like to say, but at the moment, thank you very much to listen to me.